he's gonna be on some other shit like with that. And I don't care who's in office. I don't like any of that shit. But I'm saying they don't want like a leftist and shit in there.
So what do you think gonna happen though, bro?
What do I think's gonna happen? Well, if someone likes gay people, fine. But the fact that they keep making it hard for felons because like women and stuff like that, they're paranoid. Was first off, it's like if they're paranoid, then you should stay in the house. You shouldn't be outside because this is real life out here, and things happen out here. I mean, they focus on men so much that they don't even realize the material part of their life. That they do so many illegal things with that. They do illegal things with material stuff, and it's like if they're gonna focus on trying to get men locked up for liking women, any of them, from a street mentality, and some women like that, they like that. It's a choice, you know what I mean? It's a choice. If they're gonna focus on that, they should also focus on the fact that they do many illegal things with their material things. And other people see that from afar, not just me. We see it. Like we're starting to see it. People who have felonies that they try to take advantage of men like that they go get locked up over things. Because too many dudes in this country are locked up. They're locked up in prison for domestic violences, and a lot of these women, they don't get caught. They take men's houses. They take too much child support. They take too much things, and then they don't let these dudes see their kids. I don't care who it is. Black dudes, white dudes. I mean, I talked to dudes when I was locked up previously, and I'm like, I know mad chicks that have done that, and they take the kids away. Like they take everything away. They play games. They use their kids as pawns. They use their kids as pawns to get what they want from men, answers, and then they go side by side with these agendas on the left, like these feminists protect them, or the gay community protect them. When these men get mad and they're like, okay, I got something for you, and these women do that. And that's bullshit, man.
Yeah, man.
And particularly the gay people do it because the gay people, man, they've gotten into every single place in society, like or in civilization. They've gotten into the military, they've gotten into the police, and the reason they do that is because they tell on everything. They tell because they don't get liked by a lot of people. So like people in gangs and stuff like that don't like their shit. Muslims that don't like that shit. So what they do is they get into all the enforcement everywhere, and they sit there and they tell on everything. They tell on everything, and that a lot of people don't know that gangbang and stuff like that, or dudes that have been locked up. They don't know about that. I mean, they do it behind the scenes too, because they act like they're straight. They act like they're straight. And you would never know until you know, because you've seen who they are. You gotta see them in the flesh. Like you gotta see what that is, and you know. It's like, okay, I know what they do now, and that's why in the military, it's no secret, man. They've had documentaries online about how they say like gang people have gotten into the military, right? And it's no secret. They erase all that evidence now. Like people have erased that for certain agendas. They don't want you to see that now. Well, they had like when other people were in office, they were saying that, and then talking about how street gangs got into the military, right? The FBI is talking about that. Like I've seen it with my own eyes. Different things on the internet, and they're saying that they have investigation on it, right, for like years now, and they can't do nothing. It's too late. But they put gay people in the military to tell on all this shit. They put gay people in the military to tell all this, all these people, and the same people, these gay people, these feminists and all that, they're tagging along with people from the streets, like people. They don't get that too. Black Lives Matter. They don't hear what that really is. They don't hear what that is. They don't even know what that is. They don't understand it. That's not. It's like people in the black community. They think that a black man told me this. That's not what they think it is. That's street people stuff. That's street people stuff. Everyone else who attaches to that, that's because they got kids attached to that person. They got kids attached to people like that. And that's the hardest part about keeping everybody else away. Like the police to that. Because these people that are not directly involved in that, like white people, they play off of that. They play off of that. And I keep trying to tell them, people from the streets, I know that because I'm a white dude. It has nothing to do with motherfuckers going like in disguise and throwing bricks at the police. They play off that. They do. All these feminists play off it. Everyone's doing it for money. They're using these people. They're talking about, oh, it's terrible what happened to Freddie Gray. What would you know? You don't know shit about the street life. You don't know shit about the criminal element. What the fuck do you know? I mean, what would you know? What illegal thing that got you locked up on any level of a facility longer than like a year, would you know anything about that? What would you know about it? So what the hell are you doing mingling in that shit? And I see like in the next election, people who play like that, I feel like people who are from the criminal element need to start forcing their hand. Like, y'all are gonna get locked up if you play like that. Because the media said that, right? They said Freddie Gray was a violent, when you go back to 2014, they said Freddie Gray was a violent gang member. Okay, so if all these people that attached strings to that idea and then made that worse for people of color, y'all need to go to jail then in the future for the shit you did then, because people who didn't even vote, who are felons now, who were locked up during that, other dudes that don't even vote before that, we're laying in the cell watching that shit at TV doing our time trying to come home, and y'all fucked it all up for us now. And now we're always clocking each other's shit from afar in every state. Like, you know, these agency jobs, these bullshit temp jobs, we always, like, we don't want to say it to each other, but we're always making each other like distance from each other. We don't want to say it. We don't want to say that. Like, we're always trying to make each other distance. We don't want to admit to it. And it gets annoying because they think that they don't have to do no time for that. And I feel like that's what that is. Like, they should have to be responsible for people who were locked up that they made their life worse for later on. With all them things they did, attaching strings. Because I know me, like, when I got out of prison, I tried to do what I needed to do, right? I had my CDL, I tried to do that, and it's like my parents was already roped into that thinking from the media too when I got out. They're already roped into like certain thinking, like they're following with certain bullshit. And it's like, that's not even what the fuck they support. And I'm like, they're not even supporting that. And it's like, you're hiding behind the front too. It's like my brother is married to like a mixed black woman, right? And my own parents are sitting there. My he's sitting there calling fucking Indian people dot heads and shit behind the scene. And my mom like 5 years before that, she always said, I can't stand Indian people. I don't like this. Now she's seeing an Indian therapist. You see, that's like a double standard, because you hiding. And when I got out of prison, I'm telling my parents, just be yourself. You know what I mean? And I never disrespect my brother's girl. They're sitting there telling me that I'm calling her a nigger. I never said any of that. Other people said that because I have an attitude in my family, right, about being white when I come home from prison. Because I'm hanging with the white dudes. That's what the fuck you do in prison. You hang with your own kind. And they have transgender and gay people in prison, and they hang with their own kind. And they don't get that, these transgender and gay people out here that have never seen prison. They think life's a cloud. I seen transgender people in prison, you know, out on the walks, tearing each other's faces up over who wants to be with who in these like homosexual relationships they're having in prison. They don't get that. They're out here, you know what I mean, wearing this pretty long hair and all this funny shit and being all ignorant in people's faces. You don't want to see that. So take your little pretty ass to jail then. Cause the way they look like that out here, you're not going to look like the equivalent to that. You're not gonna look like in your mind what you think is like feminine or whatever you want to be, a female in your mind in there. You're not gonna look like that. When they stick your ass in a fucking uniform and take away everything, and that's the thing, like they're letting all this stuff in the prison now. They're letting like on the people in the prison, they all have lipstick and shit like that. When I left prison, they had lipstick, and it's like, okay, they can have that, but gangsters can't, or white boys can't have this, and this. I see like it's bullshit. The prison they need to start giving these black dudes, these white dudes in the prison better shit, better food quality, like on commissary, better protein supplements. Okay, they can't have free weights in the yard because people bash people's head in. Okay, y'all on commissary have to start giving them better food to buy on commissary, like real protein supplements, stuff like that.
Gotta go, B.